There is a specific type of hollowness that haunts the successful. It is a quiet confusion that arrives at the very moment of victory. You work for years to reach a certain number in your bank account. You sacrifice sleep and health to gain a specific job title. You strive to build the perfect house or acquire the perfect reputation. Finally, the day comes. You cross the finish line. You hold the prize in your hands. You wait for the feeling of relief and joy that was promised. But instead, you feel strangely nothing. You look at the trophy or the check or the keys, and you wonder if there has been a mistake. You have the thing you wanted. Why do you not have the feeling you wanted? It is like eating a meal but remaining hungry. It is like drinking water but staying thirsty. This is because, for most of your life, you have been confusing the menu with the meal. You have been eating the paper recipe instead of the food. This confusion is not a modern problem. It is a trap of the human mind that has existed for thousands of years. To understand it, we must sit under the night sky of ancient India. Imagine a cool evening. The air is still. The noise of the village has faded away. There is only the sound of the wind in the bamboo and the chirping of crickets. A great teacher sits with a young, eager student. The student is an intellectual. He has read all the scrolls. He has memorized all the chants. He is desperate to understand the nature of enlightenment. He wants to know the truth of the universe. He pesters the master with questions, asking for definitions and explanations. The master says nothing. Instead, he raises his hand. He points a single finger toward the night sky. He points at the full moon, glowing bright and white above the dark silhouette of the mountains. "Look," the master says, "there is the truth." The student's eyes widen. He leans forward. He stares with great intensity. But he does not look at the moon. He looks at the master's finger. He studies the wrinkle on the knuckle. He looks at the shape of the nail. He analyzes the angle of the hand. He thinks that the secret lies in the finger itself. He thinks the finger is the truth. The master sighs. He lowers his hand. The moon remains high above, beautiful and silent, unnoticed by the student. "The finger is needed to point at the moon," the master says gently. "But woe to the one who takes the finger for the moon. If you focus only on the finger, you will miss all the heavenly glory." This simple story is a diagnosis of our modern suffering. We are a civilization of finger watchers. We have become obsessed with the symbols of things, and we have forgotten the reality that those symbols represent. We do this with success. Think about what you truly want when you say you want money. You rarely want the paper bills or the digital digits for their own sake. They are just the finger. What they point to is the moon. The moon is a feeling of safety. The moon is the freedom to spend time with those you love. The moon is the absence of anxiety when a bill arrives. But we get lost. We become obsessed with the number. We hoard the digits. We watch the stock market ticker with the same intensity as the student watching the finger. We destroy our time and our peace to make the number go up. We end up with a large pile of money, but no time and no peace. We have the finger, but we have lost the moon. We are rich, but we do not feel safe. We do this with love and connection. We want to feel deep intimacy. That is the moon. But the finger that points to it is often a wedding or a relationship status or a certain type of partner who looks a certain way. We obsess over the wedding planning. We obsess over the label of husband or wife. We curate the perfect photos for social media to show the world we are happy. We can spend years polishing this finger. We can have the perfect ceremony and the perfect photos. Yet, we can sit in a room with that person and feel completely alone. We chased the symbol of love, and we missed the actual connection. We have the map, but we are not looking at the territory. We do this even with our leisure. Go to a beautiful place, a canyon or a beach at sunset. Watch the people. They are not looking at the sunset. They are looking at their screens. They are taking a picture of the sunset. They are checking to see if the photo captures the colors. They are thinking about how to caption it. The photo is the finger. It points to the moment. But in prioritizing the capture of the moment, they miss the moment itself. The sun dips below the horizon, and they have not truly seen it. They have only seen the digital representation of it. They go home with a gallery full of images, but a soul that has not been touched by beauty. The danger of the finger is that it is concrete. It is easy to measure. You can measure your salary. You can measure your square footage. You can count your likes. The moon is harder to measure. You cannot measure peace. You cannot quantify the feeling of a quiet Sunday morning. You cannot put a number on the warmth of a friend's hand. Because the moon is abstract, we cling to the finger. It feels safer. It feels like control. But control is not the same as satisfaction. This week, you are invited to do a quiet audit of your life. Look at the things you are chasing. Look at the goals you have written down. Ask yourself a dangerous question. Is this the finger, or is this the moon? If you are chasing a promotion, ask yourself what that promotion points to. Does it point to respect? Does it point to a feeling of competence? If so, look for ways to feel competent and respected now. Do not wait for the title. The title is just a label. The feeling is the reality. If you are chasing a physical object, a car or a watch, ask what it points to. Does it point to a feeling of worth? Does it point to a sense of reward? If you buy the object but do not heal the part of you that feels unworthy, the object will just be a heavy stone you carry. It will not give you what it promised. You must learn to look past the pointer. When you are with your family, put down the phone. That is the finger. Look at their faces. That is the moon. When you are eating a meal, do not think about the calories or the cost. Taste the food. When you are working, do not just focus on the paycheck. Focus on the craft, the act of being useful, the service you provide. The finger is useful. We need goals. We need plans. We need maps. The Buddha did not say, chop off the finger. He used it. But he knew when to put it down. He knew that once you see the moon, you no longer need to stare at the hand. There is a vast, luminous life waiting for you beyond your symbols. There is a reality that is richer than any status update. But you will never see it if you never lift your eyes. The night sky is clear. The clouds have parted. The light is silver on the water. Stop looking at the signpost. Stop eating the menu. Are you brave enough to let go of the symbol so that you can finally hold the truth?